Buonasera, everybody.
Buonasera.
And welcome to another edition of
Cucina Quarantena.
Cucina Quarantena. We are going to teach you how to cook with what you've got during this quarantine time. And today's lesson, I'm going to teach you how to make one of my favorite cocktails. And then we are going to make a Sicilian orange salad. We're also going to prepare some eggplant that I'm going to roast today in anticipation of tomorrow making pasta alla norma, which is one of the great Sicilian classics as well. You guys know that I love Sicily. It has been one of my passions for about 9-10 years, and it's my other home. And so I can't be in my other home right now, which makes me sad. But we're going to cook like we're in our other home. Luca, what's your favorite place in Sicily?
Taormina.
And why is that?
Because it's just awesome, generally.
Okay. Specifically, why do you like Taormina?
Because it has this really great granita place, and everybody there is really friendly, and it's kind of busy, but it's like it's super charming.
It's super charming and elegant, yeah. So for his birthday, just this year, but not the year before, we went to Taormina for his birthday. So I don't know that we'll be able to do a better birthday than that.
I don't think so.
So let's start with our cocktail. Luca, I'm going to go ahead and turn this around and let you be our cameraman now. All right, so let's get going. I need a cocktail. It has been already today quite a day. So,
Quite a day.
It's been quite a day. So I think what I need to do is make myself a little aperitivo. And aperitivo is what we drink before we have our meal or while we're cooking. So today I'm going to teach you how to make my favorite drink for when I'm in a mood. I'm in a bit of a mood today. So that's kind of like the Elizabeth Taylor on her third divorce kind of mood. So we're going to make a Negroni today. So this is a drink I learned how to make when I was a student in college. And actually what we used to do is we would get sugar cubes and we put those at the bottom of the glass. I don't remember why, but we did that. So I'm going to show you how to make a really simple Negroni with just some basic ingredients on hand. Start with the ice. All right. And then after the ice, I like to start, I know that I'm doing it backwards, but I like to put a little bit of the citrus peel in first to start. This, by the way, is a cool tool. Thank you, Michelle Duran, who is out there somewhere, my friend Michelle. This is from Thailand, and it is a sort of handheld julienne slicer. And I like it to do zest on things because it makes pretty little peels. So I'm going to take off just a little hunk of peel and drop that in the glass to start. That should be the garnish, but we're going to do it backwards because I like it better this way. And now what we want to do is we have to do equal parts vermouth, Campari, which is a bitter liqueur, Italian liqueur, and lovely gin. So this is, I usually have Bombay Sapphire, but on my way dashing through the Paris airport 2 weeks ago when I was desperately trying to get back to Seattle, I did hit up the duty free and I thought, I'm going to treat myself. And I bought myself a little bit nicer bottle of gin than I normally would. So, Botanist gin. I'm going to grab my own little shot glass. It's not a shot glass, actually. It's a Japanese tea glass, but that's fine. So, equal parts of each. And we'll go a little bit of gin. A little bit of Campari. This is really bitter, by the way, and if you don't like how bitter it is, you can substitute Aperol, which is like more of a bittersweet. That's that bright orange that a lot of people use in spritzes. And then sweet vermouth. This is red vermouth, which is a little brown. And there we have it. It's pretty much just that, a Negroni. It's a bitter drink, and I think that it's just kind of the perfect thing for you when you're in a mood. And then I'm going to take just a little bit more orange peel and garnish it out at the top here. I've gotten in the habit of drinking one of these before I went to the Vatican Museum. All right, there we go. And look how pretty. There you go. That's a Negroni. Very simple Italian cocktail. Oh yeah. Yeah, that tastes like Italy right there. So while I have this drink, I'm going to go ahead and get working on the next part of our broadcast tonight, which is a Sicilian orange salad. Now, I don't have all the ingredients for this salad, but luckily, this is a salad you can make however you want. So whatever you've got on hand, you can throw in. Everybody I know in Sicily makes this kind of salad a different way. And so I'm just going to use what I've got on hand. And the basis of it is just oranges. So this is not a summer dish, as it turns out. You may think that because it is a citrus dish that you would eat it in the summertime, but no, you eat it in the wintertime because that's when they have fresh oranges. So this right now, March is the primary time that you would want to make an orange salad. Hey Nico, how's it going?
Hi.
Do you want to join us?
Sure.
You want to sip in the Negroni?
What?
No, he's not going to sip in the granny. Do you want to help me? Here is a knife. Okay, so I'm going to work on, this is my son Nicola.
Hi.
Say ciao.
Ciao.
So what I'm going to have you do, son, is I want you to...
Peel the onion.
Yeah, peel the onion. Thanks, son. And meanwhile, I'm going to take this knife and I'm going to cut the peel of the orange off. You can peel it by hand if you want. Everybody I know in Sicily that makes this dish cuts the peel off because they get really as close to the flesh as they can, and they try to get all that pith cut away. So this is just, you can peel it with your fingers. I'm from LA, so I know how to peel an orange really well because, I grew up in orange groves. But this is more the way they do it. Sicily, by the way, has more varieties of citrus, I think, than you can find anywhere else. It is the origin of the blood orange. The blood orange comes from Sicily. It was a species that just sort of spontaneously appeared on the island. And so if you go to Sicily, you'll notice that especially the eastern part of the island is really full of citrus. And it's not just blood oranges, but it's grapefruits, all kinds of different species. Actually, I went to a farm once that had species I'd never even seen before. So Sicily's a great place to go and have some citrus if you like that. Okay, so there's orange number 1. And then orange number 2. How's it come under there, son?
I regret this immediately.
Hey, people out there like seeing you on camera. Don't you remember this summer how much
People
they
like seeing me cry.
camera? Yes, cry on camera because you're feeling.
Also, for those who were asking, the type of vermouth that we used was vermouth rosso aperitivo sole. So,
He can see that people are messaging us as I'm on camera, so he's just answering my questions. He should.
No, I said, oh God, because my eyes.
Oh, sorry. We should have gotten you swim goggles.
That's fine.
When the kids were little and they used to help me in the kitchen, Luca figured this out when he was about 5 or 6. He got swim goggles and used to put those on to help me cut vegetables. When Luca was about 5, he became the master at cooking a leg of lamb. So really, he's the one who should be doing these cooking lessons, right, baby?
no.
If we had a leg of lamb.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to have a leg of lamb in their quarantine pantry. So
Also, that was from the Silver Spoon for Kids, which is like a really good cookbook.
yeah.
It's like the easiest cookbook ever.
Actually, let's go ahead and just peel this out of there. Thank you, love. Can you get rid of all the peels and things for me?
Yeah.
Actually, I think I'm going to save the orange peel, and what I'm going to do with this...
Swell shut first.
Huh?
If my eyes don't swell shut first.
Yeah. I'm going to save this because the whole point of these cooking lessons is to teach you how to use everything. I'm going to save these peels, actually, and I think I'm going to go ahead and zest them into a bowl, and then I'm going to make cranberry orange scones.
Ooh.
That's a good way to use what we've got. Okay, so simple salad. This should be a red onion. I don't have a red onion, so we're going with what I have. I have a white onion, which won't be as good, but it'll be fine. So this onion's going to have a lot more pungent flavor and make you cry, as Nico can attest. So I'm gonna slice this really as paper thin as I can.
I was gonna rub my eyes, but then I realized that that's a horrible idea.
Yeah, don't rub your eyes. You could use a mandolin on this. I have one of those, but I'm always afraid I'm going to cut my fingers off, and so I never use it.
What the heck is a mandolin?
It's that really, the thing I use to make au gratin potatoes. You know that thing that's like you slide stuff.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah. So I could use that, I guess. But I just want really as thin as you can manage onions. And what I like about this orange salad is you can adjust this to your tastes, whatever you like. If you like more onion, if you like more orange, if you want to use a different kind of orange, you could do mixed citrus. You know, you could add a little bit of grapefruit in there, which we actually have. We could do that. I often add clementines in, so it kind of depends on what you want. Okay, so typically with this recipe, you have chunkier pieces of onion. And then we're going to do some nice little slices of orange. And really, like I said, you can be super imaginative with this. And you can mix in greens if you want. I've seen this with arugula in it before. Fennel is what I really like in it. Unfortunately, no fennel. Who happens to have fennel just sitting in their fridge in the United States? Not me. Not even me. Which, you know, if anybody's going to have fennel in their fridge, it'd be me, and I don't. So don't feel bad if you don't have all these ingredients. But I bet you can wrestle up an orange, or 2 or 3. So this is, I'm just making a small quantity here. If I was making this for a bunch of people, keep the cat away from the food, please. If I was making this for a bunch of people, I would probably double what I'm doing. So I do probably a whole onion, red onion if I had it, and I would probably do 4 large oranges.
And fennel.
Huh?
You probably already said fennel.
And fennel.
Definitely fennel.
1 bulb of fennel, fresh, really thinly sliced. Fennel should be super thinly sliced, if you can manage it. Okay, so there we go. I think I'm going to have the orange slices just so we have a little bit more texture. You can wedge these if you want, but this is typically the presentation on this salad, is that there's slices like this that are usually cut into quarters. That's typically what I see. I do like when I'm in Sicily, if I'm there in the wintertime, I love to ask whoever's cooking for me to make an orange salad because it tells you something about their character. Everybody does it a little bit differently. I actually think what might be nice on this tonight, because I'm going to change it up a little bit, another native ingredient to Sicily is almond. So I think I'm just going to lightly sprinkle almonds on top of this salad as well.
I did not know that almonds were native to Sicily.
Well, not native, I guess isn't the right word, but they are historically grown there. Almonds and sugar and a bunch of other things were brought over by the Arabs in the 9th century AD. So.
Wasn't that during the Arab Golden Age?
It was.
Exactly, very good. My kids know Sicilian history, that's pretty good.
I know just general history.
All right, so into the bowl we go with oranges. And then into the bowl we go with onions. Okay. And then the next thing, because I'm just kind of making this up as I go along, that's what I want it to be, I'm going to add some capers. Capers, not everybody likes these. I think they're nice to add just a little hint of sauciness. Oh boy, you're right, you go, holy cow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do see what you're saying. I think that's enough capers. I wouldn't go much more for this quantity.
Aren't those things super salty?
They're super salty, yes. These are the bud of a caper flower, and they grow in the Roman Forum wild, because caper plants love the cement in between bricks. So next time you're walking through ruins, if you see something with kind of, you know, leaves that are sort of flat and round, and then really exotic looking flowers, they look like passion flowers, that is a caper plant. And then the other piece of this salad.
Good replacement for in between stone weeds.
Kalamata olives. So it would be nice if these were pitted, but they're not, because this just happens to be what I have on hand. So.
But also, typically, pitted olives mean better quality olives.
You mean ones with pits?
Yeah. All right, sorry, ones with pits.
I think the best olives we had this year were when we were visiting Stacy in Venice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had, although the ones that we had with, the ones that we had in, gosh darn, I can't remember the town. Some that we were staying in with Judy.
Oh, in Levanto.
Yeah.
Did we get olives there?
We did. It was, there was a little shop right by the beachside that we went to with Judy right after swimming.
Oh, okay. I don't
They had all sorts
We
of.
got focaccia. I remember getting focaccia in Levanto. He's talking about when we visited my friend Giuditta Bernardi, whose parents own the Hotel Primavera in Levanto. She's my sister, my Italian sister. So she's, we like to stay with them if we can when we're in Italy. I wanted to go this summer again and visit everybody, but I have a feeling that's not going to happen. You never know. Also, good news for you guys today. I'll put this graphic up later, but one of my friends did a graphic of when they think there will be no new cases of COVID in Italy, and most of those dates are in mid-April. So if Italy recovers starting mid-April, you never know. There is a potential possibility that we may be able to get back to Italy sooner rather than later, and I hope that's true. Also, I had a crazy idea, and this maybe sounds insane, but I thought, wouldn't it be fun to do a standby tour? Like, if you guys want to travel with me, we could just do a tour where I'll say, we'll just do it when we can. And as soon as we get the green light that we can fly again, I just make all the reservations on the fly, do it real fast. I think this would be very fun, an interesting way to get back out there and travel as soon as possible. So maybe I'm crazy, but it's one of my ideas percolating in my head.
Where would you go?
Italy. Southern Italy, probably. Maybe it could be like Southern Italy and Sicily, because of course that's where I'm longing to go right now.
And also, that's where they have the least COVID cases.
True. All right.
Also, where they have the best sweets. They have the best sweets in Southern Italy and Sicily.
They sure do. Okay, so some chopped olives. Do I want them smaller? Probably not for this particular kind of salad. I think that's enough. Okay, and then I do like this idea of almonds. So I would toast them normally, but since I'm doing this on the fly, I won't toast them. I'll just toss them in raw. Okay, and then all you're going to dress it with is a little bit of olive oil, because these flavors are so good you don't really need much else. So I'm just going to put a little bit of good olive oil, hearty, good quality extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, salty and sweet. That's kind of a nice combination of things.
Should we put a pinch of sugar on?
No. It's fine. What I will do though is I'm going to mix it up in a bowl to get everything coated with the olive oil, but I'm going to kind of mash a little bit, just a little bit, to get some of that orange juice to kind of come out, because we want the orange and the olive oil to mix together. All right.
Oh, Mama, we have a good question here.
What's that?
From Cindy Irwin Brewer.
Yes.
What is the name of your good olive oil? Can you explain how you know good olive oil?
Okay, this one is called Antimo, and this is something you can't get anywhere. This is from my friend Marco's, his olive grove. Marco owns a place called Poggio della Volata near Orvieto, and I visit him sometimes with my groups. So I bought this from him. So you don't have access to that, but there are places you can buy really good olive oil. If you're just going to the grocery store, what you want to look for is extra virgin olive oil. I'll show you what I bought at the grocery store the other day. This is my junk olive oil, I guess you could call it. California Olive Ranch. I bought this at QFC, which is a Kroger grocery store. I've bought this before. It's okay. It's a California olive oil, but it is extra virgin olive oil. This one says it's from California, Argentina, Chile, and Portugal. Who knows? But you need it to say extra virgin. And really, it should first cold press. That's another important note. And really, the most important thing is how's it taste. And a lot of times you're going to know if it's going to be good or not just by how expensive it is. Because a bottle like this should be about $15. If you're paying $5, it's not extra virgin olive oil. It's going to be a later pressing. It's going to be from inferior olives. It's going to be, there's a whole bunch of different things that they can do. And actually, I'll post a video on this. I had an olive oil expert that I met with recently explain it all to me, so I can certainly get you guys more of that information. But that's the thing you want to do, is look for extra virgin olive oil. I prefer Italian olive oil from Tuscany or from Umbria or from Sicily. That's just me, because I like the flavor. But even from farm to farm, each farm has a different flavor. So this one is close to my friend Cecilia, who also makes her own olive oil. I love Cecilia's olive oil. It's a little bit cloudier, a little bit stronger flavor, but it depends on where the trees are located, the exposure to the sun. It's like wine, really, how it comes out. So if you're just going to your local grocery store, look in the oil section, look for the more expensive bottles, and look for those things. Extra virgin olive oil, first cold press, those are all good things. And try to find out if it says where it's from. And it should say on the back where the olives were grown in. Typically, the olive oil from North Africa isn't quite as good, even though I had it in Egypt recently and it was pretty good, but it's not considered the best. All right, hold on. Bene. Okay, let's give this a little taste and see what we think. Gotta get a little bit of each thing in each bite. So you want olive, an onion, an orange, and a caper if you can grab all those things. There we go. Okay. That is so good. So good. So what I recommend with this, make this in the morning if you want to have it for dinner. You can eat it and make it straight away, or make it and eat it straight away, but I think that it's better when it's sat a little bit. And the other thing you can do, you can add greens in here. And actually what I think I'm going to do with this tonight is I'm going to serve this on a bed of fresh spinach. And then you have your greens and you have your wonderful salad on top of it. So there you go, your fresh orange salad, Sicilian orange salad. That is going to be all ready for you. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, while this is marinating, I have these eggplants. What I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to slice these up and I'm going to put them onto a cookie sheet, put them in the oven at about 400 degrees with a lot of olive oil on top, and I'm going to bake them. And then after they're baked, I'm going to use them tomorrow to show you how to make pasta alla norma, which is the other classic Sicilian dish that has roasted eggplant, and it has ricotta cheese and pasta. It's very good. The other thing we could make with this, if we wanted to, is caponata, which I'll show you another time. That's a cold roasted eggplant salad that is something that in these times it's great to make because you can make a big batch and then you can just nibble off it over days and it gets better. So this and caponata would be two things that you could make in a larger batch and just have in the fridge for like a week. So there we are. That is your Cucina Quarantena for the evening. I hope you all are well and using up whatever you've got in your fridge. And if we have to all be in quarantine, we may as well enjoy cooking. I'm a little afraid we're going to end up at least 10 or 20 kilos heavier than when we started. But in any case, I wish you health and I wish you love and happiness. And I think health, love, and happiness are all in this bowl right here, if you ask me. So, salute, chin chin. Have a great night, everybody.